come up with any bright ideas?
The extra security around me. It's because of him, right? The extra security around me is because of him, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So if he were to get loose and wreak a little havoc, would you be able to subdue him again?
He was definitely right about you two being different.
That's just how I am. Risking myself for someone else is way different than asking someone to risk themselves for me. I think that if it was my universe we were in right now, our positions would be completely reversed.
Given the infinite nature of it all, there would probably be some way to find out.
I don't really care about that right now. Will you send this recording over or not?
Of course, if this somehow works, then you might already be the hero we're looking for after all.
Okay then. Tell the others that I'm going to cause a second distraction. I don't like it, but I think we're going to have to switch the real formula back in. Everyone else, I want you to pay attention and think real hard about what I'm going to say next. Not because it's difficult to take in or anything, but because it gives him power. Last year, I did something really stupid. I knew it was stupid, but I was selfish, so I did it anyway. I was making this game, kind of like the scavenger hunt. I was making this game, kind of like the scavenger hunt we did back in September. COVID had pretty much just a lot of COVID restrictions. A lot of COVID restrictions had pretty much just been lifted, and I didn't have a ton of friends, so I figured it would be a good way to meet new people. The thing is, while I was making the game, I attracted something. I think it was drawn towards how much I wanted to be seen. It buried itself in my head like a virus, manipulating my attention. It could move my hands without me even noticing. It talked to me. It told me that people would love the game and everyone would be playing it if you just gave them a little push, and all the while it was centering all my thoughts on this game, making it so that I couldn't ever concentrate on pretty much anything else. It had me attach its name to the game as a sign of partnership with it. It didn't really care, though. It just wanted to feed off of people thinking about it. It used to manipulate people into going on killing sprees, just so that it could feed off the press and fear that came with it before switching to someone else when it died down and doing the whole thing over again. I guess with me, it was just bored. Figured it would give this game idea a shot, and if it failed, well, there was always plan B. I was caught hook, line, and sinker, so I wasn't able to figure things out until it was too late. The game started, and it began to infect the people that played it, turning them into what almost seemed like slaves. It might have actually managed to infect the whole school, but that's not how things turned out, thankfully. For one, I'm a horrible advertiser, so the starting player base was very small. It didn't give it much power to work with. And what's more, some of those who were infected fought against it. And since I was more invested in the game than this thing was, I let them go as these prizes to be won. I mean, at this point, it was probably finished with me. It wasn't being fed nearly as much attention as it wanted to, but I think it was biding its time, waiting until it gathered just enough energy to find a new host and then start killing people again. That or drive me to the point of killing people first. I mean, I could feel its pain. it came in these physical aches from not being seen as much as it promised me. But while this was going on, another game was being played. A game within the game. I never actually told anyone that I was behind the whole thing, so as far as they knew, I was just another player. And there was this whole thing where they were trying to get one up on me and figure out who the one behind it really was, and well, I had fun. Even when I was eventually found out, I was just so weirdly happy about it. Little by little, I guess I realized that I didn't really need hundreds of people to be playing this game, just as long as the people who were playing it were having as much fun as I was. When I realized that I had all the attention I could possibly want, it was like it had no control over me anymore. So I made what was supposed to be the game's finale impossible, and watched as the game slowly died out over finals. With no one left to think about it, it shriveled up and ceased to exist. Oh, I guess there's a part of it still somewhere in my head, just waiting for the day to be on my mind again. Well, today's that day. This thing, it called itself a Lucio. And when it gets out, you can only imagine what stunts it'll try and pull in here. But get on brainstorming out what it might be. I think it'll like that.